Alright, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. And as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD, or Application and Website Development Program, and in particular, the AWD1100 C# Programming Fundamentals class, I'm doing a series of video presentations based on the book being used for that class, which is Murock's C# 2015. I'm going over all of the PowerPoints for the book, and I've done the first 6 chapters. And in addition, I'm also going through and building 2 versions of a payroll program. All right, and the first version that I've done is a GUIized payroll program. All right, I'm not going to bring it up because I don't have it up right now. But the second one is a console version. And in the last set of tapes, I went through and tried to set it up. I haven't run it yet, so it could blow up. Right now, first name cannot be blank, last name cannot be blank. And I tried to come in and now validate, because previously it blew up if we put in something non-numeric. So I'm going to save this and try to run it and see if I created it correctly or made a mistake. All right. So you've seen this already. If I leave that out, I get the error message. If I leave that off, I get the error message. All right. Now, whoops. Now, previously, if I left this off, I hit enter right here, I got an error. Now, notice, illegal hours worked must be between 0 and 84. It still works that if I put in here a negative number, oh, it took a negative number, not good. Oh, it did not. It didn't give me an error though. See that? I'll have to fix that. But it did ask for it again. So we'll have to fix that. We want that error to come up. Same thing. Wow. Oh, it did take it. Okay, so it took the negative number. Well, we got to fix that. All right? So let's put in a Q here to quit, and let's look at what we have. So while it's numeric, or it's less than the minimum, or it's greater than the maximum. All right. I'm wondering if I do need parens here. Oops. Okay. While is numeric temp. All right, so while this condition, or this condition, or this condition, I've got a problem here with my parens. I'm trying to fix that. So okay, so I will want to put one right here. This is very confusing to me. I want to make sure I've got the right number of parentheses in here. Why the system does that with coloring this stuff, so. So what I want to say is this, or, and I want paren, hours worked less than min hours, or hours worked greater than max hours. That's what I want to do. Okay, so I want a paren here. I want that one to match this one. Then I've got this paren, which matches this one, these two parens which go together. This paren here should match that one. This paren matches this one. This paren matches this one. This paren here matches the whole thing. All right? So while this, or this, or this. All right? So if I put in a number, okay, this is probably why it's failing. So let me run it again, and I think it will fail. When I say fail, you'll know what I mean in a minute. So negative 44. See that? It did take that. So my logic is flawed. Okay? All right. So while it's not numeric, when you work with an OR condition, all right, then this part, once I put in a number, it's true. So it doesn't even check this. All right? So I can invert my logic here. So I can say while it is numeric and the hours worked is greater than the minimum and the hours worked is less than the maximum. All right. I need another paren here. So this is now valid. So while it's valid, I'd want to take this and put that in here and replace this. That'll work, but what in the heck is going to happen if I put in something invalid? So I don't want to do it that way. So I have to sit here and figure out what's the best recourse here. Okay? And it may be again, the way that we handle this for the GUI program was we used one if for numeric, then we used another if for out of range. And I'm thinking I might have to use one while for numeric and then another while for out of range. All right? So while it's not numeric, again, maybe I'll have to stop for a minute, think about the best way to handle this. All right? If you don't understand what I'm saying, let's get back and have this look the way that it did look. Just get it all back to the way it was. All right? What I was saying is, with an OR condition, if this is true, or this is true, or this is true, if any one of those is true, okay, if any one of these are true, you should be doing this. The problem is, if I put in a number, that is true. All right? So it's never checking these. Now I'm thinking it's possible if I change these and I just put in a single one. This tells it to check no matter what. Kind of just came to me. So I'm going to try that. All right, I want to see what that does. So, Jeff, Scott, hours worked, let's put in negative 33. Nope, it still took it. Negative 44. Okay. And you can see, of course, it's giving me a right number, but it's a negative and a negative. That is not correct. Oops. Yeah. Still works fine. Well, let's look at that. Well, that's good to know. It looks like if I change my tests, now notice that it's all working. So that's grabbing everything. Don't want that. All right. So while it's not numeric, well, one way we can do this. So I could remove all this, okay? And let me just comment this out for right now. It's simple, virtually simple, to handle this case. So this will handle, right here, my non-numeric, okay? And that's good. But what it is not handling here, all right, is out of range. So again, what if I come in here, okay, so I can use this to keep saying, you know, hours of work must be between this. And instead of illegal, I can say non-numeric hours worked. Input. All right. So if I get down to here, I know I've got a valid number. All right. And that's fine. But what if it's out of range? So you say, well, we come down here and we put in another while. That was the stuff I just pretty much just removed. That's this. Nope, not that. We'll say while the, let's see, while the hours worked is greater than, all right, in fact it's temp that we're using here. So while temp is greater than, is less than the min hours, or temp is greater than the max hours. Okay, what is going on here with these parentheses? I'm not sure. So we could put in this. All right, so we got here temp equal read line. So if we get down to this point, we know it's a number. So we say temp equals convert dot to decimal temp. It's not temp we want in there, it's hours worked. Okay, so now we've converted it. So while that hours worked is less than the minimum or it's greater than the maximum, we can put something similar to this in here. All right, and now instead of non-numeric, we can put in here out of range. And that's just fine. That'll handle it. All right, the bad news is now what if we come in here and we put in something that is non-numeric? All right. And I'm trying to think of the fastest, easiest, best way to handle this. And there's a lot of different ways. There really and truly are. So I'm going to try one that literally just popped into my head. and we're going to take a look at it. Now, I'm already probably well over 10 minutes. I am. So I'm going to put this in so you can see it, and then we will start a new lesson. All right, so I'm going to grab this while loop that we've got in here. All right, and I am going to end up putting it in here. So while, let's see, input hours worked. All right, so enter the hours worked, put it into temp. Looks just fine. All right. Okay, now, while it's not numeric, again, I'm over 15 minutes, so I'm going to stop right now. We'll finish this up in one more lesson in just a couple minutes.